Hey Aries, welcome to the Cosmic Jackal Tarot. I'm your host and dream girl Mirage. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to your cosmic forecast. So, what is the cosmic forecast, you ask? Well, it is going to be something that's completely experimental. For those who are coming back and you've seen how I do readings before, I usually do past, present, future. We're going to be a little bit more thorough today. if you I just want to apologize in advance if you've seen everybody else getting their readings and you're like, why is mine taking so long? It's not just you. Life happened, and some videos I could have sworn at one point when I was like half asleep during the full moon that I was going to record them, and then one or two of them I could have sworn they were recorded, but now it's a whole Mandela effect because when I look back into my feed I don't see them. So it could be I'm doing yours over, I'm not entirely sure. But we're going to just hop right into it. So we're going to start off with your Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. The only updates I have is that I do have two jobs now. One I'm going to work, I guess, specifically on the weekends, and the other one that I'm going to work throughout the week because I have weekends off from that job. The weekend job doesn't pay very much, but I do get free food, so like, and it's only part-time, so I'm getting some kind of money. This could be money I could use for like Uber or something crazy like that. I don't know. But yes, so what this forecast is about, well, let's talk about the planetary and other sorts of shifts that we had. We had the full moon in Scorpio, which eclipsed, and that brought on a lot of transformation energy, but some of it was more like alchemist sort of stuff. You can't make something without having the equivalent parts. So the full moon, probably, if you didn't notice, it took something from you and made room for something else, or it put something in its place. For those of you, it probably happened overnight. So if you realize that there was something that was holding you back and you're probably not acting as if you have this trait energy or substance, for some of you who may be suffering with addictions, whatever have you, you're starting to move a little bit different now, or you're starting to feel things a little bit differently. We also have Pluto that went retrograde, which is when, you know, Scorpio's ruling planet besides Mars. I think they have Mars as well, but it is a planet of transformation. So a lot of transforming. A lot of you are going through that whole death rebirth. Some of you could be doing something with your wardrobe. I'm seeing like somebody just like tossing out clothes that don't really match their aesthetic. Maybe you adapted a new one, or maybe you're working a job where you can't wear what you used to, or you finally got a job where they don't care what you wear. I don't know. Some of you have gone through friendship circles, you know, just weeding out people that are no longer actual friends, not having as much time for things that don't suit you. You're trying to stay straight edge on a path of divination. Some of you would just want to transform into your best self, and I support that, you know. Some people might come up and try to trigger you and be like, oh, I can't believe you cut people off. We were friends. How dare you treat us like that? But there's a reason. Like, maybe y'all just don't match energy anymore. Maybe they drag you down, or you feel like you have to, you know, plug yourself into a wall to have the social battery to deal with certain people. Now, with that being said, we also have Mercury that is in retrograde until the 14th, which is the planet of communication and technology. Make sure you have everything backed up and be very wary of communication for a while. Like, you could be getting in an argument. Some things might be circling around to just see if you're going to be triggered the same. We also have Uranus and Saturn that are in retrograde until 2025. So I couldn't tell you that much about Uranus. That's a planet that's very mysterious to me. I have to like really do my research on it. But with Saturn, it is one of the ruling planets of Sagittarius, and it is a planet of luck. We could say self-inflicted luck, but then also karma. So you're going to be facing a lot of situations, entities, all sorts of things that are trying to test you from when Saturn was last retrograde, which you're going to have to look that up because I don't know about that either. I know this isn't the most thorough as I've said it would be, but just like I said, understand I've been very busy, and it's not that I don't have the time to research, it just slips my mind. Then when I turn the camera on, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. So let me tell you how Sagittarius conjures their own luck. Sag is a sign that they hold themselves accountable by doing stuff, but you might not hear them apologize for something. If they do apologize, most of the time it's very sincere. I say that because there's a lot of Sagittarians in my life that you never know what the fuck they be on. They're like the shady neighborhood cat. They might be alright, but then like 3 days later they walking around with rabies and you don't know how they got them. So the self-inflicted luck part is Sag might do something knowing that karma is very, very angry and keeps tabs on everyone that has just ruined its day, so it'll go out and ruin their life, whatever. But it's weird because Sag will be that sign that still remains optimistic even though life is beating their ass for something they did. So like I said, with Saturn being in that little trance that it's doing right now, don't freak out if certain things pop up into your reality and reminds you of things that you probably didn't tell anybody. You probably don't act that way anymore. It's just a test. That's it. Or it could be that like it's karma that's very delayed, or it's instant. For some of you, or for all of us, when it goes in retrograde, it's instant karma. So the moment you start to do shit that you wouldn't want nobody to do to yourself, don't be mad when it starts making itself known out the hinges, out the woodwork. You had that ass whooping coming, some of y'all. But I mean that with love. Just, hey, like I said, ain't no sense in being upset about it. Ain't no sense in running from it. Just, hey, all right, well, I learned my lesson. I ain't gonna do that no more. All right. And then karma takes the boxing gloves off and just like, all right, well, all right. Don't maybe come and have this conversation with you no more. So let me see if this is gonna get you a card. Okay, that's too many, Spirit. Please. I just need one. Why can't you just give me one? Damn. We've been shuffling this for a while, but no, it just will not give me a card. Here we go. You have flow. I don't need the book for this. I already know what this is. But flow is water sign energy. Some of you could have been born on the 20th of April. Some of you, like in that cusp area right before Taurus. Some of you could have been born on March the 20th, which you would be on the cusp of Pisces, you know? Mixed energy, I'm seeing some bipolar stuff, but maybe not in like a mental health sort of way. More so like a shift. You felt this way one day, one moment, maybe an hour ago. And then you're like, that doesn't serve me. It was a moment of weakness. Or I was experimenting. When we see these energies that are meant to be temporary, the people around us will get mad that we can't really stay somewhere for too long. Aries, you're someone that you're very action based. So if something can't hold your attention for very long, you just don't feel that way anymore. Like most fire signs, right? There is no sense of being embarrassed over the fact that you kind of change your mind, or you like when it's time to shift, you're like, all right, you don't fight it, you just go. You're still a fire goat, you know? Goats are some of the most silliest creatures I've ever seen. But they're, bro, when they hurt something, it's horrible. Meanwhile, you're kind of used to this. So if that means 1 minute you're in the pasture, but then you decide, oh, that's a really nice mountain, I'm going to climb that today. Who's going to stop you other than the farmer and the shepherd? Okay, whatever. Or when I say shepherd, I mean like the actual like dog that runs around. But if you want it bad enough, you will find a way to go get it. You know what I mean? So flow would be, you don't even worry about obstacles. Some of you allow yourselves to be ignorant enough to not even acknowledge them. But when I say ignorant, I don't mean in a condescending way. It's just more so like, oh, that was sitting here to stop me? Well, shit, I hope it can keep up. And you just keep moving. Like, you don't even look back. You're not worried about it. But if something does try to get in the way of something you really, really want, oh, them horns are going to do their job, okay? You ain't no Billy Goat. You are a descendant of Baphomet, but oh my God, you know, the Satan goat. I don't know why I can't think of his name. I know it, but it's like when I try to pronounce it, I'm like, huh? All right, so we're going to do your Moonology manifestation. Speaking of Sagittarius, you have first quarter moon in Sagittarius. Believe in your good luck. Yeah, like I said, Sag has a way of conjuring their own good luck. So when they do something negative, they're like, ah. When karma like twists their arm or breaks their neck or punches them in the jaw, they're like, damn. Oh well, I had that coming. All right. So then there's a part of them that will sit there and literally say, oh, karma, you hit like a bitch, but you know what? I don't like getting hit. So all right, bro. And then they go and do something positive, or they stay optimistic on their situation. I'm not saying that you got to go through it like that, but understand this. You may be finding that you're conjuring your own good luck as well by your terms. So a good bit of you could just be to a point where you're like, you're observing your thoughts, your wants, your needs, your dreams, and everything that has been going around you. You're noting every little bit of it, and you're using it to your advantage. You're also doing that thing where you don't believe in waste. So even if there's like the smallest bits of something left over, you're finding a way to recycle it into something that works for you. All right, so we're gonna use the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. You never really see me use this deck very often because they did change the names of most of the major arcana in here. And some of the stuff, the artwork is beautiful, but some of the cards are just so damn confusing that I had to read the book, and I don't want to do that. So that's why you hardly see me use it. So you have number, I think, 19, Emotions. This is one of those cards. Couldn't tell you what it is. I really don't know. But it looks like possibly like Libra energy. Judgment for some of you. I get strong Libra vibes from this. I'm not going to read the book. I'm just going to go by what I'm looking at. And remember I told you about those polar opposites, or the, like, you know, bipolar energy. This is a person that's stuck in their mind. This is a person who is willing to go in honor, you know? And then you have a dragon that's down here and a dragon that's up here. Both basically protecting one or the other. This is the one for the lower vibration. This is the one for the higher vibration. All right? So some of you, the judgment that I see for you is being more self-aware. Balancing an energy doesn't necessarily have to mean you choose between good or bad. Your yin and your yang have to find some way to get along with each other. Who's messaging me? Oh, my buddy. Anyways, so finding balance, it's not the easiest thing to do. And we don't always act as if we're in balance, but disciplining the mind and the heart, a lot of times we don't know we can do these separately. We don't have to take up all this stuff to like drain ourselves emotionally, physically, spiritually. Just take it easy. You're not going to conquer everything in a day, you know? So a lot of you could just be looking for advice on how to get it together up here, whatever have you. But the quickest, the best way to do it, the best answer I have to give to you is learn how to be okay with being alone with your thoughts, with your inner darkness. Don't throw it at people. I want to say don't express it to people, but when I say that, I don't mean like keep your problems to yourself and suffer in silence. What I do mean is don't go to your friends and only go to them when you want to complain or when things are heavy. Tell them the good things happening into your life too. Otherwise, you start to indirectly turn people into your emotional punching bag, which none of us want, but it happens, you know? So if you can take a moment to realize you probably have been doing that and then make an effort to stop, all right, that's cool. But others of you, you need a little bit more time, or you need a mentor. But this is something that I'm not saying you can't do it on your own. It's just going to take a lot of self-discipline, a lot of restraint, a lot of just knowing that while being in control doesn't mean you control everything around you, but you can control how you feel about something, what you do about something, and then take a moment to give it a second thought. Is this really how you want to move? For some of y'all, that's literally what you ask yourselves every day of your life. You've been asking yourself that. And for some of you, you're like, yeah. And then others of you are like, oh, I'm not sure. Or, only on Thursdays. All right, so we're gonna pull from the Light Seers Tarot deck, and we're basically just gonna pull cards until Spirit tells me to stop. And it just dropped a whole wad right here, but that's way too many. Okay, I'm gonna take these two. Oh, there's three. All right, we'll take those. Oh, you have two more, so you have 5 so far. 6. Okay, we'll take those. Okay, so this doesn't go past, present, and future like my previous readings. We're just gonna see where it takes us. You have the Star in reverse. You have the Devil in reverse. You have the 9 of Swords. You have the 6 of Swords. You have the Lovers. And last, you have the 9 of Cups. My eyes are getting dry, sorry. The Star in reverse is Aquarius energy, but this is a person who refuses to heal, but also feels like a lot of things around them are too good to be true. So why make a wish? Because that might get sabotaged too. Don't throw salt in the things that make you happy. Sometimes the things that pass you by, you should be grateful for. When we get things too soon, we lose the ability to be able to appreciate what we gain because we didn't put a lot of effort into getting it. So when it's just one of those things, when things become too easy, we get bored, or like, that's not how I thought it would be, or damn, that's it. And then now you want to move on to something else, more challenging, more exciting. Again, you're a fire sign. There's nothing wrong with that. The Devil in reverse, this is Capricorn energy, but it's also someone refusing to engage in toxic behaviors or go back to the things that kept them stuck, stagnant, triggered. This could also be somebody that's avoiding substance abuse, avoiding drinking, avoiding people that bring out the worst in them. And that's a good thing, like I said. 9 of Swords, you're in your head about a betrayal. You know, like, if it were a 10, you'd be moving on, but you're still there. I feel like you're pouring out your heart in private, but there's also like talk about things. Like, you may have like voiced how you felt about something, and now there's rumors about it. Like, people are gossiping about what's going on. Now you regret opening up. You're in a lot of despair. Some of you are dealing with loss. My condolences if you are. But if it's not like an actual death or anything, it could be with separation. Some of you, I'm hearing, I really did not think this person would be like that. Like, and I feel like some of you are blaming yourselves for being naive, but look, when someone shows you who they really are, just believe them. But at the same time, it's not your fault they're like that. I know that's hard for us to hear, but when people do things to hurt another person, they're hurt themselves, because people who love themselves and are happy don't go around tormenting other people. That's something that they got to deal with. That's not for you, Aries. So let that go. And I feel like you will, because the 6 of Swords, you're moving into calmer waters. You don't want to go where there's a lot of bickering, a lot of hatred, a lot of destruction or self-destruction. You want a happy life. And that happy life starts with this up here. When this gets together, and it can basically collab with this, you're in a good place. But remember, I said you just got to work on that whole balance thing, you know? With the Lovers, this is Gemini energy, but I feel like some of you could be coming into love, like meeting up with a partner. Maybe you're starting to date. Maybe you reconnect with someone. Again, Mercury is in retrograde, so be careful. Like for some of you, you're like, oh, I got my 9 of Cups, but there's 1 cup missing for it to be a whole set, okay? Wish fulfillment, yeah, this person puts you over the moon. You were so happy, but wait a minute. Like I said, it's not all the way complete. So beware that this isn't someone that's just being sent to you for character development to see how you're gonna move next. We're gonna clarify with the Game of Thrones tarot deck here. I'm really curious to see about this Lovers. Let's see what that's about. Okay, I'm gonna take this one. Okay. You'll see why I laughed in a second. Alright. Aries, I mean, it's not bad. It's just... Let's see what the last card is. Okay. Ignore my face. I'm just like, I don't know how it's gonna go. So, you had the 10 of Coins over the Star in reverse. You have the 6 of Cups in reverse. There's hair all over this damn deck. That's why you see me plucking with stuff. You have the 6 of Cups in reverse over the Devil in reverse. You have the Lovers over the 9 of Swords. That's why I laughed. You have the 9 of Coins over the 6 of Swords. You have the 3 of Swords in reverse over the Lovers. And then last, you have the Priestess over the 9 of Cups. Ten of Coins over the Star in reverse. You're getting everything you want, and yet you're questioning it. Look at that Star in reverse. It's a real happy ending. Like, you're getting money, you're getting job opportunities, you're upgrading. Some of you could be moving. If you already have a home, you could be moving into a bigger home or expanding. Some of you are starting a family. But there's a part of you that just keeps lingering into the, but I don't know. Like, no one ever really knows, okay? We could, once again, you could have everything you ever dreamed of, like, placed on a silver platter on a table, a big old ivory table or marble or whatever, you know, cherry wood, I don't know. And then you look at it, you really look at it, and you're like, oh man, I don't know how to feel about that. 6 of Cups in reverse over the Devil in reverse. Some of you are slowing down from instant gratification, you know? Like, it takes a lot for you to have to refill your cups after they've been emptied. And some of you, you empty them too fast to make room for something. Like, oh, I'm drinking water. Oh, wait, we got juice? You pour out the water, then you get juice. And then you drinking the juice. Oh, wait, we got soda. Then you pour out the juice to get the soda. Then you pour out the soda to get wine. And then you pour the wine out to get tequila. Like, come on, man. So, I'm hearing, because of your imbalance in the past, you've learned that your imbalances come from spontaneously wanting instant gratification, but knowing that the slower you move and enjoying something for what it is, you could get everything you want, but would you ever be happy? No, because there's no challenge to it. There is no, like, you lose the appreciation for it because you didn't really put in the work to get it. So it's like, what are we even doing? The Lovers over the 9 of Swords. You're hurting over a past love. But it is that same love that comes in to heal you. Funny, right? But I'm telling the truth. So, it could be that there was a miscommunication or an imbalance of communication. Like, maybe you and your partner argue and bicker constantly. Like I said, this could be a Gemini, or it could be Aquarius, it could be Libra. But I just see you trying to mend a broken heart, but then you're still optimistic that love will work out in the future. And you're not wrong, but we'll get to that in a second. Now, the 9 of Coins over the Six of Swords. It's funny you went from 10 of coins to 6 of coins. Like, the energy in your reading is all over the place. It's like what I said earlier. You're having a hard time sitting still, and you don't want to wait for something to come to you. You'd rather just go and get it yourself. Nothing wrong with that. Now, I feel like you sacrificed something that you really wanted to move on elsewhere. It could have been a home. It could have been an investment. It could have been a relationship, possibly with an earth sign or an air sign. But whatever have you, you're just kind of like, I need to go where I'm abundant. And I don't want to have to keep, like, you know, cutting something at the root, even though it's something I wanted. Fear not, 3 of Swords in reverse over the Lovers. You're going to get news that a betrayal wasn't what you thought it was. It was just perceived as something. Like, you may have been thinking, for example, your partner was cheating on you, but they weren't. Maybe they really did have late nights at work. Maybe they were stuck in traffic. Maybe their car did break down. Maybe there was a death in their family, whatever have you. But some of you have been so used to people just lying to your face that it's like, I don't know. But again, like the 3 of Swords, somebody's going to make up for it. You're getting an apology. You know, they're gonna do something nice for you. Don't worry. And it's gonna come as a surprise. But a lot of you might not even be ready for it. Or, I mean, it's gonna happen suddenly. So just, if you're anticipating for it, wouldn't be a bad idea to keep your phone around, your messages open, whatever. But don't think it's gonna happen like overnight. Like I said, it's coming fast, but fast could be weeks from now, months from now, years from now, maybe a year or two from now. Maybe I shouldn't say years, but sooner than you think. The High Priestess or the Priestess over the 9 of Cups. Pisces energy once again. But some of you are literally putting things into perspective and acknowledging that you have the power to give yourself that 10th cup if you wanted it, you know? The cup that's missing is you, your heart, your intentions, your happiness. So while you're looking for that happiness in others, understand, don't forget to include yourself in that happiness, you know? Everybody moves different, but at the same time, Aries, you can be a person that you can put the cart before the horse. Be aware of that. Now, we're going to close this up with the Super Attractor deck here. Let's see what your messages are. All right, you have, each time I choose to tune into spirit, guidance of the highest truth shows up for me. Need I even really explain that? Just, when things don't feel right, adjust yourself accordingly by your inner human compass in the direction of where you might not even know if it's going to work out, but you feel drawn to it for some reason. Anything that makes your body react in a way, like you start to break out, you start to feel nauseous, anxiety, you know, those sorts of things. Keep in mind that a lot of times your body will react to what's not meant for you quicker than it will for what is. You might experience butterflies. You know, you might even experience nausea, gas, like things that make you excited, but you start to quiver a little bit. Just be careful. Like I said, just take it easy. You don't have to achieve everything overnight, but just be happy for what you do have or what is coming to you. Make room for that. All right, so that has been your reading, Aries. I hope that it resonated, and if it did, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Give that community tab some love. If it didn't resonate, that's totally okay. Maybe this just meant for another Aries or somebody with Aries in their chart. However, do not force the shoe to fit. We believe in free will. So if you're watching for another Aries or whatever have you, that's fine, but don't force the shoe to fit. You are not Cinderella. If it doesn't stick, let it fly. If you would like to follow me on other forms of social media, make sure to go in the description box, and there will be a link to all my links and other ways to support the channel in that same link. Or what you could do is just scroll down a little bit further in the description box and you'll see all kinds of ways to support the channel. If this is the last time we're going to see each other, I want to say thank you for stopping by, and I really appreciated your company. But wherever you go, make sure to walk with love and nurturing. But you are always welcome back in this space in case you change your mind. Just be respectful. Last, let me see here. You, oh, if you're returning or planning to return, welcome back. You guys are always welcome in this space, and I want to say I appreciate every single one of you, absolutely, for getting this channel to where it is. This is slowly but surely becoming a community, and I'm happy about it. That's where I wanted it to be. Let's see where we can grow it from here. Now, I just want to say once again, I love you guys so much. Thank you for the support and tuning in. Hopefully I will see you in another reading or another video or wherever our paths may align in this crazy world. With that being said, take care and I'll see you later. Bye.